Not too long ago, fellow movie talker 3C hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. With that in mind, I wanted to kind of hear his story and his ideas on YouTube and how he grew his YouTube channel to that size. We ended up talking for about 50 minutes, and so I decided to take kind of our interview and break it up into little chunks. In a previous video, I shared kind of his story and how he grew his channel from being kind of pretty small, almost quitting, to a full-time job. Today we're going to be talking about his tips and my tips for how to get started on YouTube. Let's talk about it. Speaking of where the magic happens, let's kind of dive into practical tips.
Okay.
So if someone is just starting out with a YouTube channel and they want to do what we do, what's kind of your advice, kind of your quick, three great pieces for starting?
So one of the big things and the misconceptions, and you probably obviously heard this a lot, is don't worry about the equipment right now. Because you'll just start out. When I started out, it was just some old tripod we had in our closet and my iPhone at the time, whatever model that was, and then just a nice lamp to just light me. That's how I started out, and I was getting views just fine with that. That's how I'd say start, but do your research. Like, actually take the time to invest. There's all these great YouTube channels who they do nothing but just tell you how to make it in the space, and actually take the advice they give you. I know I'm telling you, my advice is go get other advice, but that's really what it is. You'll learn about
absolutely.
You'll learn about tagging. You'll learn about thumbnails. You'll learn about descriptions, which that's honestly like 80% of what will get your video going. Sometimes, as long as you have watchable content, then the big player is make sure you're putting a good description, a good title, and a good thumbnail. Again, don't fall into that rut though of being how do I say this? Clickbaity, or the wrong kind of clickbait. I mean, there's a form of clickbait I play around with where you have to be enticing at some point. You have to give them a reason to click.
That's the exact word I was about to say. Enticing, yes, but true.
Yes, not
to the
misleading.
Video.
So, like, if I ever do have an arrow or a red circle on my video, I make sure that is addressed in the actual video. It's not just something in the sky and never addressed in the video you watch.
So I haven't done too many with the circle or the arrow, and every time I have, I've had someone be like, "Oh, you went full clickbait, just point." Like, no, I'm pointing at Black Widow's hair because I believe Black Widow's hair is a key to something inside of Endgame. And I was right. That's like, it absolutely was. And they're like, "You're just being clickbait." No. That's enticing. Yep. Like, it's something that makes people go, "Oh, what is that?"
Exactly.
But yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. Like, in my first month, when I kind of was like, I'm going to stick to this, I went out and bought a $30 course from a channel called Video Creators. Okay. I bought their $30 30 Days to a Better YouTube channel, and that's the foundation for everything I've done. And watched everything you mentioned about branding and tags and descriptions, titles. It's all kind of just the quick summary version of it. Yeah. That's what I bought in my first 30 days, and that's still what I would recommend to all of you to check out. And then, like, on thumbnails, also, like, they give perceived professionalism.
Yeah.
If you have a really crappy thumbnail, everyone perceives the fact that you have a crappy channel. Exactly. If you have an awesome looking thumbnail, people are a lot more likely to click, just like, "Oh, this guy looks professional." Click.
Exactly.
Maybe you're not, but at least you got him to click. It doesn't matter how good your editing is, how articulate and eloquent you are, how funny you are. If they see that thumbnail and it's just a random screenshot from the video and you're like, doing this, no one will ever click.
Exactly. It is that. But I mean, also, we don't talk about getting the best equipment, but also do the best of what you got. Don't just set your phone up on your bed and then be 2 inches below the screen and then just talk really slow and be like, "Well, I think Iron Man should probably..." Entice you. Would you watch your own content, really?
Exactly.
It's not just throwing a video and like, "Well, that's it. I've done all I can." It's no, you have to, like, when I post a video, not an egotistical thing, I watch it about 5 or 6 times, my own video, because I'll catch myself. It's like, I don't like how slow I was there. I made a mistake there and I didn't catch it in editing. You learn from watching yourself. So you have to get used to seeing your own voice, hearing your own voice, which I hated in the beginning, but it's white noise to me now.
Right. Like, I mean, I've seen people that shooting reviews, and they're like, "I don't know why nobody watches my stuff," and the camera is like down on the table, and they're like looking down like this, and it's just shooting up into their nose. That you can see the ceiling fan behind them. Is like, no one that has made it frames things like this. Just stop and think. Look, like, just basic strategy. Look at the framing, how they position the camera on all the channels that you watch. Just look at mine right now.
Me and Sean
my head
right
is
now.
between two posters. Like it's positioned so that it has symmetry to it.
Exactly.
And like if my camera's slightly off symmetrical, and I'll zoom in a little bit to try and balance it, because it's just more aesthetically pleasing to have something that feels balanced out, and the space is all filled. Poster, lights, little toys. Like it
makes it pleasing.
And just think through those little things. And if you have to just have a plain wall behind you, that's better than like weird, awkward, unpositioned stuff. But it's like, but I got toys behind me. Like, but is it appealing to look at?
Yeah.
And audio and lighting are the two cheapest and quickest ways to bang for your buck. You want to make sure you sound good, because if it sounds clunky and scratchy, people won't listen. And lights, just turn the lights on and everything will look better.
Yeah, I believe it was David F. Sandberg, the director of Shazam. He said if he was given the option of crappy quality, good sound, or good quality, bad sound, he would rather go with bad quality picture and a good sound, because the sound will make it the difference all the way.
Yeah, just people can put up with like grainy, or like I was doing 720 shooting on a webcam until June of this year. I was already full time and I was still shooting on a webcam, and no one ever complained about it ever. But if you start doing bad audio, or anytime I switched to the audio and used my phone or anything that was farther away, immediate comments that the audio quality dropped. Hey, if you enjoyed this little clip from the interview, right around here somewhere you can find the other clips from the interview, and in a couple of weeks I'll be sharing the entire thing so you can hear all of our conversation, our thoughts on YouTube, and how we grew our movie talk channels into full-time careers. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking YouTube too much.